Hi everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot shop. I am here to do my Goddess Yemaya Womb of Creation for the month of July. Hope everyone is doing well. Have a little surprise for this month. We're going to be also incorporating a pick a card in the beginning of this reading. So you can of course pick one card. You can pick one for each a different subject or question that you may have, or you may just get a general message from all three. It's however you want to do it, but I'm going to set it up like a pick a card. So the decks that you're going to choose, A is going to be, or A or 1 is going to be the mermaids, and excuse my fingernails for this video. Mermaids, magical mermaids and dolphins deck is going to be 1. The symbols deck is going to be 2 or B. And the angel therapy, healing with the angels rather, deck is going to be C or 3. So we're going to see what comes for everyone. I'll probably rereading a little bit from the booklet for each one as well to get an extended message, but we're going to take a peek. Then we're going to be doing the actual reading, the Goddess Yemaya reading with the Dame Darcy deck, which is of course it is an ocean themed deck. It is a very beautiful deck. I think she's come out with another one. I want to get it. I haven't gotten that yet. So let's see what comes for everyone. I'm going to focus on those that picked 1 or A, or however we want to do it. The first one for this message for July. These are all going to be for July. So if you want to ask a question about your July, we're going to see what comes. So we'll see. Let's focus on that in this moment. And the angels, Archangel Michael, what message wants to come for 1A? I'm going to put it that way, 1A. And there it is. Okay, so we're going to do B or 2 for July, focusing on the energy. I filled that one already. And the angel. Ooh, I already filled that one. And I kind of feel like it's this one. So the third one's going to have 2. Oh my gosh. And they've been telling me to look at the undercurrent, which I didn't get to. The undercurrent here is soulmates. I'm going to do it now. So I did peek at the other 2, but I didn't show anyone. The undercurrent for the red deck. The symbol deck was breakthrough. So yeah, we're going to do this. And then this one was synchronicity. So a synchronistic breakthrough with soulmate energy for someone. That is like, what do you want to call number 4? It's too funny. So let me see. So that is a message of in itself. So for some, I'm going to hold it up here, and it says, synchronicity, your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So you may get a synchronistic event, they're saying, or a synchronistic sign. And the 2 dolphins also, of course, would represent soulmate. And we had breakthrough. Breakthrough talks about just that, a breakthrough. So yeah, we're going to see what comes up for everyone. And then if you picked 1 or A, let's see what the mermaid message for you is for July. And it's morning affirmations. Oh my gosh, that song, there's a song that started playing. Angel of the Morning. I'll have to put a link of it. I'll find it and put a link below. For those that picked this one, just call me Angel of the Morning, baby, or something like that. I'm not good at singing. I have no idea why they do this to me. So that is the song that's coming through this. I don't know if we'll get a song with every one of these, but it's instantly started as soon as I flip the card over. So it says, say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. So I feel open the gates. So something's going to open up for those that pick number 1. That song may be important. And I'm going to... It says this card asks you to begin each day with positive intentions and affirmations. Before rising from your bed, spend a few moments thinking about your desires. Don't worry about how to bring them into the physical form. Just allow yourself to imagine that they're already manifested. Then take 1 or more positive affirmations relating to your desires. Then make 1 or more relating to your desires. When you open your eyes, write down these affirmations. It's a good idea to keep a pen and paper by your nightstand. During the day, look up the affirmations and say them mentally or verbally. So I'm going to just take a quick spin here and look up that song so I have the right... Okay. Yeah. It's Juice Newton, it says. I'm gonna put a link below. That's the one. Okay, so it's that is the song. I'm not gonna read all the lyrics, but I will put a link to it below. But this is talking about a gate of manifestation opening, coming for those that picked one. I was kind of getting another. I'm gonna let it go. But I also feel like with all the fish to me represent abundance and can be finances too. So this doesn't have to always be relationship oriented. So there could be an opening coming with like a flow of finances or a flow of something that has kind of been stuck or stagnant coming towards you for those that picked this one. And of course, like I said, that song. So for those that picked 2 or B, let's see what the symbol is for you. And it is new moon. So in this reading, we have a new moon placement. The new moon placement in this reading, it says something surprisingly wonderful, I do believe, by that time frame, which is, I think it's, yeah, number 6 in this upcoming reading I'm going to do here is the new moon message, new energy, something surprisingly wonderful by July 13th. That part of the reading is going to be important for those that pick new moon. But there is a message here I'm going to read from the booklet for you. So that'll be July 13th. This month is going to be very important. New moon. New beginnings, a fresh start. And that's kind of giving me the energy of, oh my goodness. My Archangel Michael's reading for full moon in Capricorn, I believe it was. It had that same feeling that I was getting like a reset button, a restart. Auspicious time to start new projects. Meditate on this at the new moon to bring new energy into your life. Write a list of intentions, dreams, goals, and wishes to support your new direction. The new moon is earth-based religion, is a symbol of new beginnings and a fortunate time to plant new seeds for the future. So that is a message, but I feel there'll be more for those that pick this, particularly with the July 13th number 6 placement in my reading that's coming up. So the 2 that came out here for those that pick 3 or C is answered prayers and healing. So there's going to be healing and answered prayers. And I really don't feel the need to read that. I think it's pretty... I'm going to read the healing one. Because there's going to be, I mean, this is pretty simplistic. I'll read the healing one a little bit. A situation that has caused you concern is on the mend. You are a natural healer, and your healing thoughts may have manifested into form. Sometimes a situation cannot heal until you release the challenge completely so that the healing light can enter it. Your worries will soon be over because this card signifies that a healing has occurred. So I'm not going to read the rest of it, but there is a prayer answered for healing on some situation. Could be like with this looks orange, and this dress she's wearing is orange, so it could be sacral chakra and throat chakra. There could be intimate conversation or communication that needs to be healed or is healing as well. But it could be any physical ailment. It doesn't have to be relationship-wise. It could be anything like that. Any worries, any stresses, any fears, any problems with jobs or anything like that can be. The one that picked this, stay tuned for that number 6 coming up in the reading. So let's do the reading. I'm gonna put them down here so I can see them so I don't forget as I move forward. But remember, there was also another, like a 4th option this time in the undercurrent. And when I was picking, they were like, look at the bottom. And then I realized when I got to the soulmate of why, and I put it all together. So there'll be a synchronistic breakthrough for soulmate for someone. It could be just someone specific. You know, we're doing a general reading. It's not going to be for every single person that arrives at the reading, but and soulmate, you know, can be any soulmate. If you're having a problem with a friend, sibling, family member, soulmate. Doesn't have to be romantical either. So I'm focusing on everyone and the July. So our July had a little surprise. Pick a card at the beginning. Okay, we're starting now. So first one is something of is the first one is energy surrounding your month. This is going to overrule your month. We have Four of Wands, very beautiful. So Four of Wands can be anything around your home. This can be home life. So, but it's more about the energy in your home. It's not to say that it can't be about property and buying and selling and moving and that type of thing, but it's more for me, when I look at this in the sense of home, it's more about the energy that is in and around your home, and it being positive, it being uplifting, it being happy and celebratory. So that's going to be the energy in regards to your July. So for some, this can be about, your literal structure of where you're living. And so you may need to move, or in moving, you may become happier. Your energy may be more uplifted. So it can certainly come in that way, but I always see this more as the energy in and around wherever you're at. And I'm kind of getting a message of you're at home wherever you're at. So there's an energy here of you feeling at home, feeling secure, feeling safe wherever you are, and bringing in a sense of that for some reason for July. But this is also, of course, commitments. You can see a man on bended knee. So for some, you may get engagement. You may get a profession of love coming forward from someone. You may be, again, getting engaged, getting married, being asked to move in with someone, or to move to be with someone. You can definitely see a couple in the middle of this. So it can very well be relationship oriented, but it is a very beautiful way to start. Good energy all around, no matter how it's touching your life. And it's like, I'm hearing cohabitate. Like for those that we cohabitate with, there is more harmony, there is more balance overall. So for general energy, there is more balance and harmony for those that are cohabitating, coming together, living together, or spending a lot of your day together. Again, this can be coworkers in an office where there's cubicles. You just become, you have better energy and more peace and harmony between each other for whatever reason. And there could be a breakthrough and something, happens and you mend a rift or something like that. And so you're better able to spend your time with that person. So again, this can touch people in many different ways. So the next one is something that she would like to see you create more of or spend more energy on this month. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is major arcana, so it's a big energy. And this card, it's not to say that we don't have control over this energy, because to a certain, to the degrees that we have made choices up to this point, that is what's creating the momentum of the wheel for you. So I would say this feels very detail oriented to me, to what I just said. It feels like be mindful of your choices in each moment, because it's determining how this wheel's turning for you. Now, this is a positive card, so I don't want to make it sound negative, but it's to be very mindful. I felt the energy slow and come very much into the minute when I tuned into the energy of that card. So I feel it's like a clock, and spend each moment wisely. Spend each moment. Not that you have to worry and fret over making your decisions, but just know that everything is factoring into things moving for you and what direction they're going. So being very mindful is coming up as like a side message here. So spending more time being mindful as that wheel turns, that the decisions you make and how you spend your time and the thoughts that you think are creating the larger energy to turn for you. But this card for me also represents things moving in a more positive direction. It's like the wheel is turning, so wherever you are, it becomes better. So just getting prepared for that, knowing that that's going to happen. The wheel is going to turn, so preparing yourself for that there is a more positive energy moving forward, and kind of, watching for that, or, coming on board with that. But also a side message to kind of watch your thoughts. Every little moment is creating the larger energy that turns things forward. So being mindful of those. Energy surrounding your love life for the month, and this is going to be interesting. It's the Queen of Cups. And this would be representative of Goddess Yemaya for me in the deck. So it's like she's definitely there helping emotional aspects of relationship. And I feel like no matter what happens, it's about feeling good emotionally. So when you stand in that position of having your emotional needs met, everything will work out, And it's a sense of not compromising and just making sure your emotional needs are met. So it can very well be that happens this month. That, you know, if you have been feeling like that hasn't been happening for you, that things shift and things become better in that way. But it, in any, like I said, in any way or form of this, if you stand for that, you know, wanting that emotional support, you know, you're going to have it. If you settle for less than that, you're not going to have it. It would kind of be in the reversal, right? But I definitely feel that she's helping those with emotional energies in regards to love. So feeling emotionally supported, feeling emotionally connected, is coming up here as and receiving those, you know, receiving that emotion is coming up here for the love life. So it's very, very beautiful. Energy surrounding your finances for the month. Ooh, baby, couldn't get any better. It's Nine of Pentacles. Love it. It's like, so definitely good things coming here. And, you know, when we put it with the first one of the Four of Wands, this definitely can be about, you know, resources and buying of selling homes and moving or something like that. But I definitely feel finances are going to improve. Nine of Pentacles talks about having enough to support oneself. So if you're self-employed, you know, you're going to find you're going to have more work, you're going to have more finances, you're going to find more avenues to create money. And it's you know what I was going to say, it's not always about money, but this is the finances. I feel this is very much about that. So it's, you know, you may start a new business and find it goes well. You may start a new venture or project and, you know, like, wow, this is really taking off really quickly. I feel a sense of acceleration here because it feels tied to the Wheel of Fortune to me when I'm looking at this. And it's like, it all just feels like it's coming forward here. There's like stability, stable energy. Everything in the reading starts to tie to the cards before it. So it just feels very much in flow. It feels very much in alignment with, you know, all this coming towards you. So, and it's also a completion of something. So if there's been something that you've been working on, there's also a completion. So if you put a lot of time and effort into a project, or you've been in a job for a long time, you may get that raise now. There is a sense of establishment and completion as well coming from this. So good, really good energy for your finances. Something she wants to help you cleanse this month, and it's Nine of Wands, another 9, interesting. So feeling like defensiveness, you know, straight away, it's like, this card to me can mean many different things, but feeling like you have to defend something, feeling like you have to watch something. So, like, again, when you put it in regards to the Nine of Pentacles, feeling like you have to be guarded with your finances. She's going to help cleanse that because more finances are going to come in. You don't have to penny pinch so much. You know, you're going to feel more relaxed. So it's a sense of putting your guard down. She wants to help you cleanse that feeling of needing to kind of be holding on to things and defending, and, you know, kind of being watchful and very careful. And it can be with your emotions, you know, that type of things coming up here as we move. I kind of like starting to read things backward a bit, how they associate with the other card. So it can be in regards to your emotions, not feeling as vulnerable, or feeling like you have to hold on and you can't share, or feeling like you have to penny pinch in regards to finances. You're just going to be feeling more relaxed, more in your element. So yeah, very, very beautiful. Now here comes the new moon message, which is going to tie into those that pick number 2. So, okay, this is it. This is something surprisingly wonderful going to happen by July 13th. And we have 7 of Swords. It was kind of in the reversal. It was in the reverse. 7 of Swords is an interesting card because it usually represents, and that's kind of interesting. These are all looking, she's looking straight, they're looking back. It kind of represents something that's not positive. This is something that has been taken away, but like the message that I'm getting here is 7, July. Okay, July talks about 7 is July. So if they're saying 7 very loudly, and the man's not moving, they want me to make attention to the man's not moving. He's not trying to get away with anything. He's sitting here and he's reflecting, he's looking. He has an eye patch on. It's like everything's becoming very important in this card. He has an eye patch on, but he's, the side of him that can't see, he's making an effort with the side of his face that isn't patched to see. He wants to see clearly. He's seeking clarity. So, and he's not making off with anything. So it could be in a situation where you have felt that you've been, there's been an energy drain, or you felt like you've been betrayed, or you felt like somebody made off with something, a resource of yours in any of these areas. Just know that there is going to be a more settled energy with it. There's maybe going to be more clarity. And I'm also seeing like this July 7th. It could also be like around the July 7th point too. But this is for the placement of the 13th. So that week of the 7th through the 13th could be very important. He's holding the Two of Swords. It's like making it very, very important. Two of Swords is talking about stalemate, and the Three of Swords is disappointment and heartbreak, which creates conflict, like the Five of Swords. So I definitely feel like in an energy where there has been, all those energies that I just mentioned, there's going to be something settled, because then it moves forward into these Two Swords. He's not going anywhere. He's kind of stopped in his tracks, and he's like reflecting. The moon comes in, the full moon. So maybe from the new moon to the full moon too, because this is the full moon, but it's falling in the new moon placement. I feel there's going to be better energy with something that has been in this more negative energy coming up at that time. And it could be the breakthrough that we saw with soulmate. So if you've been having a problem with a soulmate and you have felt like there's been an energy drain, or there's been conflict and stalemate, you may have that breakthrough at that time period. Okay, it could be pertaining to the undercurrent energy. Again, it doesn't have to be with relationship. It can be in anything, but there is going to be conflict resolution is the words I'm hearing. Conflict resolution. Full moon message, something that will come to completion by the next full moon, July 27th, and it is King of Cups. So, and the way he was looking was important. So he is looking at the emotions, and it can be because he hasn't been able to connect with emotions in the past, and it has created all this. But he's not running anymore. He's kind of sitting down, and he's really facing this, and he's looking at the King of Cups. So this is all there's gonna be a conflict resolution for those that are in a soulmate relationship and that have endured these energies in it. Not saying the other person is responsible for it, but it has been. And there's a goldfish that we started out with the first one where I had that song come up. The goldfish are in this one. Same feeling of abundance, and so I feel like July is going to be good for movement in relationships. Soulmate relationships, it's going to be there's going to be an abundance of emotion that comes up in a very positive way that kind of heals this energy that's been going on for some. And then there's going to be good fortune with the goldfish in the aspect of wealth too. So there's going to be a like a financial windfall or a financial reward with the Nine of Pentacles coming up. So very beautiful message overall. And I want to pull another one from this deck. I think this is Ascended Masters, but they're guiding me to it. So I want to see what's coming up. There's also going to be a July message to everyone from Goddess Yemaya. So for July, we're going to end the reading here. And we have Retreat into Nature. Green Man. So the Green Man coming up. But we see the two holding the heart. So there's definitely a coming together with love. I feel the heart chakra is coming up for our July and Goddess Yemaya reading. So I hope everyone has enjoyed it, and I'm sending everyone angel blessings and oceans of love. Hugs.